The African lion is a large cat native to the continent of, well, Africa. African lions are very near and dear to my heart. I have worked with African lions, cubs or otherwise, countless times up to this point in my career working in zoos. My absolute favorite question to be asked is, do lions like to play? I always have to say, well, sort of. The image on screen shows a few African lions wrestling with each other. They are, after all, just cats. They wrestle just like the cats in your house do. The difference is, these are cats that can be about 400 pounds and have paws like the catcher's mitt. I have scars dotted everywhere on my arms and legs that show that their lightest and most careful of play can and will hurt you. Let's move on to lions in media. Lions have appeared in media for basically as long as we've known they've existed, as far back as ancient Rome, putting them on pottery and vases. Lions in film were likely a part of you growing up. Kimba the White Lion, The Lion King, Narnia, and literally any Lionsgate film has a lion in the beginning. Without seeing that fight between Simba and Scar when I was a kid, I probably wouldn't be where I am today. Long story short, The Lion King, as well as other movies, shaped who I am today. I still look for movies about lions that are either new or new just to me. The film Beast, starring Idris Elba, is one of my favorites. It portrays a rogue lion as a sort of monster after his pride has been killed by poachers. It very much takes artistic liberties, but is entertaining nonetheless. Another film I quite like is Roar, made in 1981. It is arguably one of the most dangerous films ever produced, as it had over 70 real lions on camera, as well as tigers, jaguars, leopards, cougars, and one liger. The image before you is of Mufasa and Simba from Disney's remake of The Lion King from 2019. Moving forward brings us to the general topic of felines and felinology. I have, so far, accumulated enough experience in felinology to be considered an expert. My path to this point started years ago when I came home from the military and my family's pet cat was sick. I began studying cats to learn what was wrong with her, and it slowly branched off towards me studying cats of all shapes and sizes. I'm at the point that I'm co-authoring a textbook on lions that should be published within the next few years. The artwork before you was commissioned specifically for the cover of that textbook. Now, this is the part where I warn you things are going to get graphic, so viewer and listener discretion is advised. With that out of the way, now that we have highlighted all the good parts of lions, we must also highlight the bad. The image before you shows 2 male lions and 1 lioness that were killed by poachers. The poachers cut off the heads and paws to be made into things like trophies, ashtrays, and other decorations. Poaching is definitely not exclusive to Africa. It happens all over the world. Poaching is a crime. No matter where you go, it is illegal. I personally stopped hunting after I came across deer that were killed by poachers one day on a hike. The carcasses were whole and left where they'd been shot. The only thing taken from them was their antlers. Conservation groups like Panthera and the Lion Guardians are working hard to both preserve lion populations in Africa as well as to rid the poachers in the area. The people of the Maasai region have been willing to go to war with poachers on multiple occasions for the sake of the lions. Another issue that can harm lions is disease. The most notable account of a population of lions being affected by disease is the lions of the Ngorongoro crater. In 1961, the Ngorongoro Maasai region was hit with a heavy storm that significantly increased the humidity levels in the area. This led to a spike in population of stable flies, which are known to spread disease. One notable disease that affected these lions is CDV, or canine distemper virus. This brought the population of lions down significantly to just 10 lions in the area in 1963. I'd like to move on to talk about lions in captivity. There were both good and bad examples of this. A positive version of this is lions in zoos. Without the opportunities provided by zoos, I personally would not have been able to feed and play with lion cubs like I have. Lions bred in zoos are typically safer and oftentimes live much longer than a lion in the wild would. This does not mean they are safer to people, of course. Before you is a video of a man being injured by a lion because he got too close to the enclosure. There have been countless incidents of people or pets getting too close to or even jumping inside of lion enclosures in zoos. These will always result in injury, be it for the people or for the cat. Lions are not pets, and this should always be kept in mind. Now, let's get back on topic. Lions in zoos are constantly monitored to make sure they remain as healthy as physically possible, not just physically, but mentally as well. Enrichment is a key ingredient to keeping a healthy lion. There have even been a few attempts to introduce a lion born in captivity into the wild, although it hasn't been done successfully yet. Lions in zoos are crucial to their conservation, as well as to the conservation of the animals around them indirectly. Men, women, and children that visit the zoo will almost always go see the lions. This popularity in the zoo as a whole leads to increased revenue, which can further lead to better care for all the animals housed on the property. Big cats, bears, penguins, and giraffes all have this effect. A negative side of lions in captivity is exotic pets and canned hunting. The concept of exotic pets in this case involves housing lions in a person's home, like you would a cat or dog. One notable example of someone keeping exotic pets is former heavyweight boxing champion Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson is known to have kept tigers as pets, but he is also one of few people that can afford their upkeep. In the video you now see is someone that could not afford their upkeep and kept lions in an apartment. Keeping lions in such an enclosed environment will lead to a lot of stress being put on them until they die or kill the person housing them. Canned hunting, our other negative aspect of lions in captivity, is a practice which is mostly illegal. It is a type of hunting in which animals are bred in captivity to be hunted in captivity. The animals used are often African wildlife like African lions and wildebeest. Animals bred for this are typically kept in cages that are far too small and with far too many individuals in the enclosure. They are rarely fed properly, with bones present through their skin. A common practice with canned hunts is to release the animals into an enclosure approximately football field sized to be killed by a combination of dogs and guns. Once the animals have been slaughtered, they are used for trophies like rugs, ashtrays, wall mounts, etc. After having seen this presentation, I encourage you to go out and visit your local zoo, donate to a conservation group, and just be mindful that we share this planet with other creatures, and sometimes those creatures need our help. Thank you.